Join us for a tour of the new building for the Food Pantry, Inc. in Port Washington, Wisconsin, 2 months after moving in, to see all the progress and changes.
All right. Hi, Steve. How are you doing?
Hi, Todd. Real good. How about you?
Good, great.
Good.
We're here with Steve Hansen. He's president of the Food Pantry, Inc., and we're here just after we had actually met before when we had a tour of the old building that the Food Pantry was in, and also this building, the new building, before you had a lot of work done and before you moved in.
Yes.
Right? And now you've moved in. Is that right?
Yes, we've been in for 2 months. Things have been going great. The move went really smooth, and now that we're in, we're still really excited about what's going on here, all the enthusiasm from the community, as well as from our volunteers and as well as our guests.
Great. And do you feel like the move has met your expectations?
Yes, definitely so. We don't have a single step in the place, so that's huge. We've got both guests and volunteers that can come here that haven't been able to come here before, so that's very big for us. And then just the new environment. We no longer pre-packaged bags for them. Our guests get a full shopping store experience, and so they can pick and choose what they like, and that's just been huge for us.
Well, that's wonderful. And I know we're here just after Christmas, so we have some of the Christmas decorations.
Yes.
How did Christmas go?
Really good, really good. We served 250 kids with gifts this year, and so that was a record breaker. And then we again beat our old record of serving guests by a couple of points. So we had 152 guests, or 152 families that came through here for Christmas. So it's been quite remarkable.
Well, that's great that you're able to help that many people. It's a little sad that our community, that we need to help that many people, but it's great that we had the Food Pantry here helping people in Ozaukee County and Port Washington in particular. And,
absolutely.
Do you feel that you said there were a lot of gifts given out to children, is that right?
Yeah. We get sponsors. We have kids sign up for gifts that they want, that they need, something to read, something to wear, and so we find sponsors to go out and buy all these gifts, bring them back, and then we distribute them just before the holidays. So it works out really well and gives them a little bit more fulfillment over the holidays.
Well, that's wonderful. Steve, do you mind giving us a tour now of the new building?
Sure, absolutely. Let's do that.
All right. All right, Steve, you're the first area we're going to do on the tour. What is this?
This is our temporary clothing room. Our new clothing room won't be ready for another month or so yet, but we wanted to make sure that we had all of our winter clothes out from babies up to adults, and so that's what you see here. Is all of our winter related clothing is out and available.
Okay. There are, so you have clothes and shoes, and what else do you have here?
We've got boots, we've got hats, we've got mittens, there are scarves, we've got comforters and winter blankets, anything that you might want during the colder months.
Wonderful. All right. All right, Steve, where are we now?
Okay, we're actually in the shopping area. We don't charge anything, but the guests come through and they can pick out what they would like. From cereals and grains on this side, and beans and condiments, and we've got some bakery items over here, and then in the back you see where we hand out the produce and the proteins. So it's much more like a grocery store in this section, and again, they get to pick and choose what they would like and what their favorites are. We're also offering occasionally meal programs, so we just had a Taco Tuesday as an example. Over the holidays we did hams and turkeys, and we're going to have another menu item coming up, or pasta. We're on one shelf. It's everything you need for a pasta dinner. So we're trying to offer menu ideas at the same time.
Now, you mentioned that the people who come here are guests.
Yes.
Why are they guests?
Well, in the past we called them clients, and it's a very commonly used word, but we feel that part of the dignity and respect is they're our guests. We are welcoming them in to select what they need to take care of themselves. And so they are our guests, not clients. And so we look at them differently. They're our neighbors, and it allows us to behave in a better way.
You said guests being able to choose their food. Is that something that's new to the new building?
Yes. In the past, they've always been able to choose proteins and produce, but now they can choose all their canned goods. We used to pre-package those. Same thing with cereals. We used to pre-package everything. We don't pre-package anymore. We leave it up to the guests to decide what do they want, what do they need.
Okay. And then the guests being able to come and choose those things, is that something that the new having more space has allowed you to
That's
do?
definitely the reason. We've got more space. We operate with full-size shopping carts, so they can just walk through just like your normal grocery store and pick out what you need. And having this space and the being on and having no steps involved has been huge for us, and really allows us to open up the doors. And our guests definitely enjoy it. They like the selection. It takes them a little bit longer to get through because now they have decisions to make, but that's all good. That's all part of it, the game.
All right. All right. All right, Steve, where are we now?
We're actually in the new clothing room. We still have a little bit of repair work going on. We had our dry sprinkler issues, and so most of that work is done, but we still have to get all of our racking put back together and get this place cleaned up. But in another month, this will be our clothing room, and it'll be fully operational.
Okay. And so the clothing room we're in now, is that just a temporary area?
That is just temporary. It's a welcoming room. It's a meeting place. It's a kind of a community room. So right now, that's just temporary.
And you said that there's a dry sprinkler system. Can you just explain what happened?
Well, we have a wet sprinkler system here and a dry sprinkler system. And the dry sprinkler system, they fail over time, and we basically had a bunch of leaks, so we had to have a lot of the piping replaced.
I think a lot of people don't understand just how much, when you move into a building like this, how many things have to be done to be able to make it something that a food pantry can use.
That's for sure, and even any business. Those sprinkler systems are essential for our safety, and so they were critical to get repaired, to get fixed, replaced, so that we are 100% good to go.
Okay, all right. All right, Steve, where are we now? Right on the tour of the new building.
Well, this is our future learning kitchen, our future teaching kitchen. So we barely begun demolition, but there's tools here, there's items here. We've got a few minor tweaks to the design we're making right now, but otherwise we'll be good to go, and they'll be starting within the next week or two.
And you said a kitchen. Is that going to allow the Food Pantry Inc. to have hot meals to people?
It could. That's definitely something we talked about. The original intent was to offer a teaching kitchen so that we can teach about nutrition, have a place to prepare food, and to demonstrate how to do that, and teach people how to make more elaborate meals or more nutritious meals from scratch, rather than getting everything out of a can or out of a box, is to be able to take it to the next step with regards to our outreach with nutrition.
Are those free lessons that you provide?
Yeah, we intend to do that. We've got a lot of different opportunities and thoughts in that area, and a lot of those haven't been defined. But for our present guests, this would all be free.
Wonderful. And the kitchen, is this going to be the sole area it's going to be, or is it going to maybe even?
Well, we actually have two parts to this. This would be the primary cooking area, where we'll have a 6-burner stove, a couple of convection ovens, a slow cooker, and other things more of on a commercial scale. In the other room that is going to be attached to this one, that'll be more of a preparation room, where you can do all of your mixing of dough or mixing of sauces ahead of time before you have to come in this. So we should be able to address quite a few people in a teaching situation.
All right, and Steve, having a kitchen where you can teach your guests how to cook and prepare their meals, how does that help them?
Well, it gives them more opportunity for diversity with regards to their meals, but also more nutrition. They won't have to procure prepackaged meals, and they can enjoy more of the culinary arts if that's what they're into, and definitely just more of a better nutrition.
Wonderful. All All right, Steve, continuing our tour of the new building, where are we now?
Yeah, we're in the other half of the teaching kitchen. This is the preparation room. Right now it's a temporary holding place for all of our refrigerators and freezers, but this will eventually be the food preparation area where we can go ahead and prepare food before we take it into the cooking area.
Right. And this, so the cooking area is on the other side of this wall behind you?
It's on the other side of this wall, so we'll be creating a passageway right here to go in between the two areas.
Wonderful. All right. All right, Steve, where are we now?
We're back in our inventory warehouse where this is where we store all of our food. Once it's been sorted and checked for dates and so on, then we bring it out here and we've got it ready to go out onto the shopping floor when we need to bring it out.
And how does this differ from the old building?
We've got about 4 to 5 times the amount of storage here in all of our storage in this building compared to what we had in that 3,000 square foot basement. So, and we've got wide aisles. It's a lot more easier to use. We can have people going up and down both sides of the aisles, putting away food or bringing food out. So it's just a lot more spacious, a lot more organized. It's definitely much more, it's well lit, and we haven't had that before.
Okay. Maybe you could just walk around and kind of show us what we're looking at.
So, and now we have the opportunity to label where everything is at. We didn't have that before.
See that.
And so we're still trying to figure out a science situation, but that's okay. Just one of our growing pains. But we can see where everything is at just by looking up and down the aisle. There's no searching except looking down the aisle and find where everything's at.
Great. All right, and then do we have another aisle down here?
Yep. We've got multiple aisles here, so.
Oh, wow. And
we actually, because we have so much food here, if you look around, we're at about 90% capacity. So this is more food than we've ever had before. Okay. And so we've actually have more shelving on order. We're trying to figure out where we're going to put that. So in some instances, we've already filled a few areas up. So good problems to have. We need the food and to distribute accordingly.
This is behind the scenes, so to speak, is that right?
Yes, yes. Our guests do not come back in the inventory area. This is just for volunteers, us to a place to keep the food, and then we can create the menus based on what we have in here.
Okay. And can you maybe show us, are we close to where where the food comes in?
Yes.
Donations come. Okay.
So we go right down here. All the food and volunteers all enter through our door number 2, okay. And then we can go ahead and weigh the food right away. We've got a nice big industrial scale because we track all of our food, all of our items that we intake that are donated. We track it all by weight, okay. And then we also track it as it leaves, so we know how much food we're distributing, how much clothing we're distributing, and how much we're taking in. So that gives us an idea of where our inventory is at. But then we go ahead and sort it in this area, and we check date codes because sometimes we get older food, and then we go ahead and put it in inventory.
Great. All right, Steve, now what some of the plans for the Food Pantry Inc., the new building, also include outside the building?
Yes,
right?
Yes. We're sitting on 4.3 acres, and the building and the parking lot is definitely not taking up a lot of that space. But what we are going to do is we're going to put in an educational garden. It'll definitely produce vegetables that we will definitely use within the food pantry, but we want to offer an opportunity to teach the community about gardening as well, because it's all part of our nutrition education program, is to teach people how to grow food, how to cook it, how to use it the best way possible.
That's great. Is this where it's going to be going?
Yes, it's going to be going right out there, right alongside of the building, and we're going to have some raised beds set up, and all that work is starting now.
Wonderful. Now,
okay, right now we're just in one of our storage areas, but we've got a lot of our kitchen items that have already been purchased last year. They're already in-house, they're here, they're waiting for the kitchen to be completed. So we've got our dual convection oven, we've got a reach-in freezer, a reach-in refrigerator, we've got a griddle over here, and we've got some other workstations that you would find in a professional kitchen.
Oh, wonderful.
We're basically in the shopping area still, but this is our protein and produce area. And so we've got a nice big chest freezer here with turkeys and hams still from Christmas. We've got some chicken in here that we're handing out this week. We've got eggs and cheeses and soups that go in this refrigerator. We've got another freezer down here for more proteins. We've got chicken, we've got some beef in here, bacon, all kinds of things. And then we get into the produce. So we've got oranges and apples this week. And looks like we have some gourds and some other vegetables.
Okay. So this is the guest area. We're just at the other end of it now, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the guests actually get to choose their proteins.
Yes. They get to choose what they'd like. Same thing with the vegetables and the fruits. And we limit them by the size of their families. So a single person can't come in and then take 20 pounds of meat. They have limits. And but it works out best for everybody.
Okay. All right, Steve, this is just going to conclude the tour. Are there any plans for the future of the food pantry that you're excited about?
Yeah, I think the whole thing, just our approach to everything and the community involvement has been extremely exciting for us, and the people that have been really stepping up to help in a variety of ways, both from donations to time to service. All of that is really helping out this food pantry, and so we're really excited about what the next couple of years and our 5-year plans are looking like, and it's all very positive, all very exciting.
A lot of good people in this community.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
And what days and times then are the food pantry open for guests?
We're open for guests on Tuesdays from 9:30 until noon, and then again from 4 until 6. And then we're also open on Saturdays from 9 until 11.
All right. And if someone would like to make a donation to the food pantry, where would you suggest going?
I would suggest going to the side door. We have signs out in the parking lot, and go to door number 2 and ring the doorbell, and somebody will come out and help you.
And if someone would like to make a monetary donation, can they do that on your website?
Yes, we've got our Venmo QR code up there that they can donate. Can also mail it in to us at our P.O. Box, P.O. Box 104, Port Washington, Wisconsin 53074.
Well, thank you so much, Steve, for all your work and for all the volunteers' work. Can you maybe just say something about the volunteers that you've had here?
Yes, volunteers are fabulous. They create a very positive culture here for both themselves and the guests. The culture here is second to none. It's extremely positive. People have smiles on their faces constantly. It's a very nice place to volunteer.
Wonderful.